Okay, so we got this here, and we're going to go ahead and continue on. We're going to go ahead and bolt it. It seems like it's still not aligned the way we want it to, so we're going to straighten it ourselves. So let's go ahead and give it a turn. We're going to take you guys back here so you guys see what I'm talking about. Well, you guys probably can't tell at this angle. Maybe you can tell. So yeah, it's still kind of leaning toward a little bit front, so I'm going to go ahead and twist it a little bit. There we go. Give it a little bit of twist. Now we already have it backed up to the plate here. It's possible when it's going to be mounted. This is what it's going to really look like. Probably finalized, but let me just make sure. Okay. Let's go back out a little bit and see actually what. See, it's still kind of turned inward, right? So we really got a long ways to go. It's still kind of slanted in the V shape. I'm aiming for more of the straight. So let me go ahead and give it a twist some more. It's not that hard to twist either. So you just pretty much, since it's all pre-loose in already and the back bolt's not screwed on, so you just can twist it. Just gotta factor in the gap and so forth. So since it's more still inclined like a V shape like this, we're gonna go for it. Okay. That was definitely more straighter, but I think we need to even go more straighter. It's going to take shape a little bit of the strap, but that's okay. That's the main idea. Like you see here, the strap is bulging inward like this. So I was afraid that we have to loosen the strap a little bit. Let's see if I can loosen it. Nope, not with this socket anyway. Got to loosen the strap to really give it that straight parallel look. Okay, there we go. Now it's coming loose in now. All right, there we go. See, it's getting much better. Didn't realize how much it wasn't really straight. So let's go back out and see how this one looks. Now it's actually the opposite now. It's going a little bit too curvy outward, which you probably can't tell, but you can see a little bit. Now it's going out like this way. So now what we gotta do is back it in more, which is fine because we need to actually, I was hoping to have a little bit slack to pull it back in somewhat. Now this might be the perfect one here. So what we do is wiggle this, try to make sure there's no weird tension like this one. See how it's bushing in? And that's not what we really want because it's robbing it from this side, right? So that means we have to pretty much probably take it off and flex it back to the other way. So we got, luckily we didn't bolt it in yet, so let me go ahead and back this out a little bit. Okay, that's backed out a little bit. So see how it bunches up, and that's not what we're aiming for. So let's take this back out and straighten that bunch out first. Okay, so we gotta straighten this bunch here. We can just kind of twist it around like this. It will go. It's just gonna be a little bit more. So you can't see there. I fixed it right there, and it will come around. So we really want to even it up. We can move this up like this. Grab it from here, and it will put more in this feed here. Okay, so we can spread it back out here. See, now that's actually even. It's got enough rubber from each edge. And just got to straighten this guy back out. Okay, now before we feed it back in again, let's go and back it out some more, give it a lot more slack. Or this is driving it in, I think. Okay, there it goes, backing out. Okay. There we go. Oh. A little tricky here. We gotta probably get our blue Loctite back in there. Looks like the blue Loctite came off from the other one, so there we go. Plenty. Okay, let's try to get this finalized here. We got some blue Loctite back in here now. Just a little bit there on the tip though. Try to get more in actually. There we go. That should be plenty there. Alright. Back, we should save that little bit of blue Loctite for all these other guys here, the four amigos. So let me go ahead and try to get some in Rob from this, put some in here on these tips. Get these guys ready to go. Put their lock washers in there. Got 4 of them. There we go, just a little bit. That's all we need from each one of these. Keep the vibration. Got a total of 2 more here. Well, we got all the Loctite from here, but we need to get some more back onto this guy. Got 1 more to go, but he's almost out of Loctite of his own, so let's go and squeeze somewhere into him. If it's too much coming out again, we'll feed to the other guys. This is good enough for him. We'll get this guy on his own. These guys will get their brand new set on. There we go. Alright, let's go back this guy back in. And make sure we'll give it straightened down before we... Alright, here we go. I almost don't want to... Where's that bushing here? Gotta direct that stud to go upward into the hole. Sorry, I can't see what I'm doing, but try to get this guy in here. Try to do it one hand, or one hand holding the muffler, the other hand directing it. There we go. There we go. Try to squeeze him a little bit. All right. Try to wiggle this cleanly. Try not to scrape. Okay, a couple of threads here. We can find out where we at in this. There we go.ទឹកហ្នឹងវាហូបនេះផល bucket ពេញហើយដាក់វាដៃចាស់វាចោល bucket ហ្នឹងហើយវាមិនដៃចាក់ចោលហ៎ហ៎ជិះមិនហូបមិនដល់លើមិនសិនមកពីវាមិនដៃចាក់ចោលដល់មានដឹងទេហ្នឹងអូខេ yep អានេះគេដាក់ម៉ាស៊ីនកដោតាបាទ chứ mày mà hôn đâu lên đi nhưng mà đang lại nổi chứ là thả nó nhưng mà khởi ok quay anh đang thì cao hả cao với bốc no mà cao với bốc với ba tao sao mới đằng này với ba sao mới đằng này nhưng mà đằng phòng mà bị sinh đằng sinh we share with line with. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna get this straightened out. My sister's wondering where the water is coming out from all the laundry. I don't know. I'm probably the piping. I'm not a plumber, unfortunately. All right, so here we go. Well, I'm trying to mess with this pipe alone. All right, so this needs to tilt a certain direction. Oh, I need to go all the way back here. That's why. Can't get over the bolts. Okay, so here we go. All right, so this is looking good. It's smacked there. Okay, so what we gotta do is now align this straight the way we want it to before we lock it down. Now I want to be able to flex this here until it levels the pipe where we want it to. See, there's some free play here. This also has a nice little backing as well. All right. All right, so let's check it out, see how straight this guy looks from the back. Yeah, it feels like he's still, I think it's because the scooter's still turning, leaning on one side. He looks like he's almost perfect, really, but not yet, because he still looked like he's giving a V shape going like this way still. So he needs to turn in more like this way. So his top needs to go toward the left more. So let's make that happen, shall we? Just give him a slight elbow turn. Almost, really not much, but just a slight. Let's see, a little bit better from here. It looks like he's perfect. You can see here. Just imagine if the bike was perfectly aligned straight, because right now it's leaning toward the left, right? So you can see here how he's going forward. So I think we're almost there. You can see how that little gap there too. That little gap right there where the strap is, that's probably what I really don't care for. So I'm going to try to move it in a way where I guess when we bring him in, he might get further straight or not. I think this is actually pretty straight. If you concentrate and look at it through here, where the wheel is, kind of facing the wheel, he's almost parallel to the wheel. There's not really any way we can angle him. But now let's go ahead and just straighten that little rubber piece of his out. And keep in mind though, it needs to flush all the way back here for these guys to be able to utilize and tighten him down. So he's going to shift shape a little bit more as we get him tightened down. So let's go ahead and make sure we try to get rid of some of that excessive slack that he has, like right here in the bottom here. See all that curves up? That's not really what we're trying to aim for. So if it's wherever it needs to flow, we'll let it flow. If we need to tie it straight like this, we will tie it straight like this. But I think for the most part, he is going to go back like that. I'm looking back right now to align the back plate. All right. So before we tighten this down, let's go ahead and work about getting this guy, you know, all his bolts in as well, because he needs to start aligning himself how much he can actually free play from the pipe, the muffler from the pipe back in. So we're going to go and continue on putting our bit of Loctite. Oh, see, this one came out plenty, which is great because we need to share it with this guy, which didn't get that much from the beginning. So here we go, you got plenty here. All right, so we got two that has a generous portion here. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this guy back here. All right, see, this is okay. So that's what I was gonna get at. See, it has a clamp right here, these clamps. So I gotta bring it in, kind of lift up where it needs to be, and really get an eye view of what's going on here. These guys need to pretty much clamp in these little four areas here. You can see the teeth. The teeth needs to dig into the 4 stars. So if you have to push this back or turn this a little bit slightly, we have to actually get these 4 teeth to agree to come. I think we are. I think these teeth are wanting to dig, but they're not perfectly aligned yet. So it's made to be able to flex. See here? So let's go ahead and get that teeth in here. And then we can twist it a little bit. I think we'll have some free play to twist. So these teeth here needs to come in line with these guys. So this is where we're settling it on. See, the teeth here is coming to a line. I got almost the 2 teeth aligned here, but not this one yet. So that means this needs to be pushed in. And it's pushed in. I want to make sure there's not any pull on this guy. Okay. It's all going to be a little bit interconnect here. Yeah, this needs to be pushed down. The other one's pushed in. Okay, so we got these two, but there's still the other side. So let me see if we can focus on, see, we got to almost hold this into space. I almost feel like I have to loosen the other guy too to give him some wiggle room. But we're going to try to do it without having to loose our exhaust. Probably have to re-tighten our exhaust a little bit just to make sure. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a little bolt here to help us hold. So we'll put our first one in here. It's got the washer, I mean the lock nut, lock washer. There we go. Let him get situated in there. A little bit more. You do it by hand. Okay, so he won't turn too much there. Now I'm going to try to get him crisscross here because I got to get this other guy here. So let me get this guy in. This guy's going to be a little bit more trickier. Okay. I'm going to have to come from the bottom of this. There we go. There we go. He's getting in there. You can see him. He's going to help me hold the other top corner there. I think they'll start aligning themselves. Okay. Have to drive him a little bit more with a socket. Righty-tighty. There we go. See how he's pulling it now? He's pulling the muffler. That's what we want. We want him to help pull. Okay. See, now the teeth's almost coming to a close, but we don't really want to close yet. Let's go ahead and get this guy to help us pull in. Now, this whole star is going to spin with the teeth. Wherever the teeth goes, the star will go with it. There we go. Try to take it as much as I can like that. Okay, so these two here are balancing out this one, and then we can come back here and just really look at it before we tighten this one down, see if it's still straight the way we want it to. And I'm thinking it looks straight. I mean, curvature wise, it looks pretty straight. Just keep in mind though, it still looks like the top is tilted toward the right. Keep in mind though that the bike is still tilted toward the left. So if this guy is too straight and the bike's tilted toward the left, more than likely he's still not straight when we actually have the bike straight. He's probably going to be leaning more toward the right, the top part here. So it's going to be like this versus like that. So let's go and correct him some more. Let's push his top inward more toward the rim. So we're going to try spin them. When you see me spin them, you'll see a little star pattern here. Come with it. It should come with it. There we go. I'm spinning him. Now as I'm spinning him, this feels very tight. And this is not really where I want this to be yet. I want him to hold it, but I don't want him to be tight. So I spin him a little bit already. So let's back out and see what's going on here. I think we're almost there. We got it perfectly aligned. I got a feeling if the bike is ever straight, you can probably look downward like this and see better. So when the bike is kind of leaning on one side, this is how it'll tilt. You can see the gap there is still pretty big. Try to get rid of that gap as well. But it's still not that shabby. I think now his top looked like it's inward a little bit, but I think when he parallel straight, he should be fine. I'm thinking. Let me back out and really get a good look. Yeah, it's normal for it to be that way because I believe because the bike is slanted toward our left. So his top one is going to lean toward the left too, which I think makes perfect sense. So yeah, I think it's good enough there. So let's go ahead and, you know, try to get this extra slack out of here. We just don't need it. See if I can. Okay, so this is, it's going to flex like that. So it's going to grip a little bit more in, which is fine with me. So let's go ahead and prepare to drive the rest of these guys in. We'll do this a little bit more, but let's go ahead. I think we should drive these guys in first. That way we can have a little bit more firmer structure, even though their teeth are already synced in. You can see here that we get two in the corners there. We can get the top in the other corner now. So this blue Loctites, they'll do. Oh. Awesome. All right, so there we go. Got that one in the corner bottom there. Okay, take this guy as well. Tighten them by hand pretty much. This one seems much easier to come from the bottom here. Okay. All right. Okay. Do a cross pattern. One more here. It's getting snug, which is a great thing. Okay, next one. Alright, so that one's done. We're all good here. Alright, so here we go. So we got that all squared away. This one looks good. It's coming down nicely. You can see here. And let's go and check out the final before we tighten this last bolt down. That's, well, this is not going to let us twist anymore anyway. So this is pretty much the last one here. We're going to tighten it down, but we want to just see if we need to loosen something up. Awesome, much better, right? There's no more slant. So all this right here, an effort just to keep the muffler straight. And I think we did accomplish that. It wasn't so much slant anymore. So now we have a straight view from the top. Oh, sorry. You can see it's right there. So that's excellent. Okay, now it's time to go ahead and tighten this last bolt down, which pretty much tightens everything else down here. Firmly grip. Yeah, I don't think we have to really touch up on the exhaust tightening. If we do, we're going to break the Loctite. That's the darndest part about it. So I think it'll be fine. So change it back to H6 and we'll drive it in. Keep forgetting, I always want to have to lift up. Make sure you're not cross threading. That rubber there is starting to grip it. You can see how it's not letting go. That's what we really want the rubber part to do. And it looks so much better now with the rubber part. You don't have that just straight raw bullet look. I mean, just that little bushing look. The rubber gives it a nice little clean cushion look, you know. Okay. There we go. Try and get it to be aesthetically pleasing again. Bringing my letters to the very top surface, which actually is upside down, isn't it? Oh well. At least it's tight. I don't think I can make another round without really putting a lot of pressure on it. So I think this is great. All right. Cool. Now it's ready to start on looking into getting this guy here adhesive on there like we promised. We're probably going to drive him back out here to give him a little bit more sunlight to work with. So let's do that, shall we? Let's take him off the Kenner 6 stand and prepare to do a little bit of tie strap work and adhesive. So let's go and roll this guy out of here. I get a firm grip first. Very cool. So here we go. We're gonna go for a ride. Come on. Kickstand. Push forward. Side stand still left there, but that's fine. Okay. Bring him out to the sunlight. A little bit more adhesive work to square it away. We can put him on the center kickstand because we need to, probably with the ankle biter. So I'm going to put the Kenner 6 stand. Whoa. Center kickstand almost didn't want to come down. That was weird. Cool. And we never actually took that tape off either. You remember the tape? We had the tape here too, I guess, to protect. Yeah, we never even got a chance to take it down. There we go. Yeah, they said their kickstand didn't want to almost come down. It's like, no, I don't want to go down. Alright, so let's see how the muffler looks now. Beautiful. Straight. All that readjusting there. That little bushing looks so much better than the really naked bushing. I'm really pleased. We haven't even taken the tape off yet. I'm ready to take off these tapes probably toward the end when we put everything else around, because I just don't want to get things that damage our nice CVK. So let's go and get that adhesive and tie straps and get us cutters and everything ready to go. Okay, where's all our tie straps? Here's our tie strap. Oh, fell right out of the bag. I don't think we need that many really, but we'll just bring it just in case we mess up. We'll need our adhesive. We'll need a cutter. Okay. Where's our cutter here? We can use this right here. And then we're going to need our adhesive. to mount our new guy. And actually, you know what? Let's see if we could actually start super gluing some of those broken components at the same time, shall we? God, the bike looks nice. Especially all the stuff we put on there. Okay, so let's go and work on. You don't need this Allen socket anymore. I don't even know why I brought this socket. Mainly it's just going to be adhesive and super glue work today. And then ankle biter, perhaps a little later. Put these guys back in here. H6 and H5 is what we so far use quite most often. And it's long extension since it came back. All right, let's go ahead and do this. I really love this Anchor battery pack. It's kind of saved me quite a bit of time. All right, so let's go ahead and see where we're going to mount this sucker. Where we're going to put the adhesive part, and then we're going to tie strap it. I'm thinking we'll put it back over here in the same spot there that we had. So we'll put the adhesive first, and that way we can run the wires. I have two little tie straps left. I plan to use those for some of our vacuum hose ones. So I'll definitely won't be using that to tie any cable wires other than vacuum hose. Need it for the special sealed. So we'll just pull one of these guys. I'm just going to put one of each. I think one will actually have the power to hold it. You can see this guy will even hold without anything on there. But I just want to go ahead and just put the adhesive so he doesn't vibrate. I guess we can knock him out first, huh? He's been sitting there waiting for us for a couple days now. It's only, you know, it's easy to put it on, but man, sure it wasn't fun scraping it off. Alright, so the idea was we're going to try to get him to go underneath. That we planted it. Get him all away from all that. So he's going to have to sit somewhere in a position. So what we can do is the yellow part goes pretty much to the product, and this part goes to the surface that the product's going to be mounted on. Because I believe it's the strongest bolt, but you know it takes two anyway. So if this one doesn't stay on, no matter how strong, this one stay on by itself, right? So that's just weird. That's why I always did it. So let's go ahead and see how it's going to mount. We can mount it here in the corner, and then when we swing it over, it'll have a lot more surface space than it was in the center, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, it seems like the corner there. You come around with me.